Hello, I'm Alec Kovaleski, the turf specialist at Oregon State University. Today we're going to have an update on the fungicide alternative research that Clint Mattox is conducting. Say hello, Clint.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so Clint has got a total of 8 trials that he's doing in 2016. Really gained a lot of speed on this research with fungicide alternatives. He's going to cover 3 studies.
All right, so I'm going to talk about this trial where I'm looking at different rates of iron sulfate in combination with potassium phosphites, because in my master's thesis trial I found that you could actually control Microdochium patch with iron sulfate, but we were getting a lot of abiotic damage. And because we also saw that phosphites were doing a good job with regulating disease, we wanted to see if we could make a combination of both of those products together. So the combination of iron sulfate and phosphite is the objective of this 10 treatment trial, where all 9 treatments are already suppressing disease compared to this control plot here, where you can see there's already a lot of disease pressure here in Oregon. And so what we can see at first is that mainly the high rates of iron sulfate are already controlling quite a bit of disease, and we're hoping at the end of this trial that the addition of phosphite will also help to reduce the amount of iron sulfate necessary to manage Microdochium patch on annual bluegrass putting greens. All right, so in this trial, this is validating the first year results. So this is the second year trial looking at the role of the mineral oil, Civitas 1, in combination with either the phosphite product or the sulfur product at different levels of rate of those products. And what we found in the first year, that was that whenever the mineral oil was used in combination with the sulfur product, we were getting a lot of abiotic damage. So in order to make sure that this trial is able to be up to standards of golf courses, we actually do traffic replication on this green every 5 days a week to replicate 76 rounds of golf a day. And what you can see in these photos and in this video is that the control treatment actually has a lot of disease, while the other treatments are doing really well at suppressing Microdochium patch. And we're really confident that this Civitas 1 phosphite combination is what's going to be a really one of our strongest products for managing Microdochium patch on annual bluegrass in the absence of other fungicides. All right, in this trial we're also looking at the role of the mineral oil Civitas 1 in combination with either the phosphite product or sulfur, but because we previously observed some abiotic damage using the mineral oil throughout the entire winter time, we're now looking at the possibility of doing rotations with either with sulfur and the phosphite product in rotation with either the Civitas and sulfur or the Civitas and phosphite. And so there's only 4 treatments in this trial, but they're really interesting treatments. One of the treatments is the sulfur and the phosphite used alone, where we can see a little bit of disease, but clearly less the disease than what would be in the control treatment, which has received no products at all throughout the winter season. And we're only now at the last week of November. In this plot, we have Civitas mixed with sulfur, rotated with the sulfur and the phosphite product. There's no disease and there's no abiotic damage, so it really is looking pretty good. Over here we have the Civitas and the phosphite in rotation with the sulfur and the phosphite, and again there's no disease and it looks pretty good. However, what we expect to see is, as we had seen in the first year, is that the sulfur treatment sometimes has abiotic damage when the temperatures get really down in like the January, February time of year when the day lengths are really low. So we're expecting that the best treatment again this year will be the Civitas and the phosphite product rotated with the sulfur and phosphite product. And you can already see we're getting pretty good results with no other treatments at all compared to the control treatment. Thank you.